नीचे बैठो।
अभी किससे आवाज आता है देख लो। अभी देख भाई किससे आवाज आता है अभी बोलो। अभी बोलो। अभी बोलो। बोलना भी। अभी बोल रहा है। बड़े बातों में लगे खड़े हो जाओ।
भाई अली भाई।
Yeah, we have to unveil this first. All right.
Wow. These many mics.
Fantastic, fantastic turnout.
नारायण
Please give a huge round of applause. So the funny thing is,
I'm good. Thank you.
the funny thing is, you know, guys,
Guys, once we start, please keep
yes,
silence.
please. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Hi.
So it's amazing, you know. As I was driving down the highway, I saw this photo of this lady, you know, and this makeup all haywire and saying missing or kidnapped or something like that. And I was like, I've seen this woman somewhere, and I'm trying to clearly, and I was like, oh, this is
The
Kali.
woman's here and she's here to get
Exactly,
you.
and it's so different. It's amazing. So,
Thank
firstly, thank you so much for coming here, and it's fantastic. That picture is amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be on the cover of Society?
Firstly, hi everyone. Thank you, Mr. Hira, Society, Suchitra, and all of you for having me on the cover of the November issue of Society. You know, I just realized standing here today that our first film magazine came from Magna. And I remember as a child, I was not allowed to read The Stardust. And growing up, I was not. No, but I remember I used to try, and when I went with my mom to the beauty parlor or something like that, she would be getting her stuff done, and I would strictly go through pictures of and all the magazines that are part of the Magna family. You know, it's just amazing. No wonder you did a magazine, a cover launch the way you did with that music and the so much fanfare around it. It's absolutely lovely. I really can't remember what we spoke about, Suchitra. So I'm a bit worried when I see something like complicated people are always interesting.
This is a harmless comment.
No, but
And by the way, you said this about yourself.
Exactly. So
Wow.
we want to know how
Which is-
complicated is Vidya Balan?
oh, I think it's not right for me to say how complicated I am, but I think all of us are complicated. The people around me will have lots to say, but I shall keep mum. it's feeling wonderful to be on the cover, and I do love the cover.
Wow. So
Thank you.
So I mean, I know you must have got this question, a lot, and it's been what, 11 years now in the industry.
Yeah.
So we want to know, how has this journey been throughout the years? It must have been just like a dream.
It's been fascinating. It's been marvelous. I'm thinking of all the adjectives I can use to say it was fabulous. It was better than what I'd expected. Of course, there are ups and downs, and when you're down, you feel like, it's the end of the world, and because everything is so magnified here. But if I had to relive it, I'd relive it in exactly the same way. I think I just feel really blessed because I'm living my dream of being an actor. I can't say this enough number of times.
So
Knock on wood.
when you started out, we all want to know, who was that one person you looked up to as an actor or as, a superstar?
I think growing up, it was only Amitabh Bachchan for me. I think for most of the country.
Yes, it is now.
I remember my mom keeps telling me that if Sara Zamana didn't show on Chitrahar or Chaya Geet or whichever we were allowed to watch on that particular day, I wouldn't eat dinner. So she would actually keep praying, saying, "Oh my God, aaj Gana dikh jaye." So I've always been a Bachchan fan.
Okay. And when people offer you these roles, different movies, how do you select the role? Or how do you select the character that you want to play?
I think it's very instinctive. I have no formula. I have no tics. It has to I have to respond to it instinctively. And if I do, then I ask myself, do I really want to tell this story? As an audience, would I want to watch this film? Then of course, do I want to live with this person? Or rather, do I want to live this person's life for that amount of time?
So how is the journey now? Kahani 2, we come to Kahani 2, and how has that journey been?
Oh, it's been crazy to say the least, because we made Kahani 6 years ago. It released 4.5 years ago, but even today people keep telling me how great that film is, and I kept telling Shujoy, I said, should we even attempt making a Kahani 2? And he said, so let's do one thing, let's not make a sequel or a prequel, let's just take the franchise forward. So he came up with a story that was completely different characters, different world, absolutely different story, and said, it's the perfect film to be made as Kahani 2 in the franchise. And when I heard it, I loved the story.
Is it your best performance so far?
Oh my God, how can I say that? I don't know. I never have a perspective on performance,
Or do you
on
feel
my own
that,
performance anyway.
There is something that's going to...
I would always hope so. With every film I hope. But I know I've done my best and I'm happy with the film we made.
So we'll open it out to a round of questions. Please raise your-
Hi Vidya.
Hi, good. How are you?
I really want you to elaborate on this line, complicated people have more
I do. I think each of us is complicated. Some of us are obviously so, and some of us aren't. And Mr. Hira is laughing. So I think, especially as an actor, I think you begin to understand people better because you get a crash course in, just in human beings, in human behavior. So I think I'm constantly looking at people and trying to figure out, what makes them who they are, what's going on in their head. I want to know their story. And I've realized that the more complicated the person is, the more interested I am in figuring the person out. So I think that's what I meant. That's what I'm saying now. When I read it, I'll know. We had a really long conversation.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be like a 20-minute or something,
Yeah,
but we
we
just
done
kept
for it.
chatting. So I don't know. I just remember I enjoyed the chat.
No, I think you should just read it. Yeah.
I'm excited to read this after this line, and I really love your picture.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next question. Yeah, there. We have a question.
I'm seeing a lot of people who I haven't seen in a long time. Chaitanya, hi.
Yeah.
So, hi Vidya, I'm here.
Hi.
Yeah, so what are your opinions regarding the recent government's decision regarding the demonetization of 500 and 1000 rupee notes.
You know,
How do you think it will impact the box office as such, because you have your release next
no,
week?
I'm hoping that in 3 weeks everything settles down, that people have enough, 100 rupee notes, 2000 rupee notes. There's no problem. Otherwise, there's always plastic money, the cards, and we've all been making jokes about this because I think we were all taken by surprise, but I'm sure it's well thought of. And I don't understand economics at all, but I've been told that it's a great decision. So, yeah. So I don't understand how it works, how money works at all. But Mr. Hira is also saying it's great. So, and he's made so much money in his life. So, I borrowed 100 the other day when I was passing through the ceiling for toll. Hi.
So do you fear stereotype?
I don't fear it. I think I abhor it. I can't bear anything that's stereotypical. And it bores me. Routine bores me.
Has your perception about Bollywood changed over the years now? Since it's been...
Yeah, I think previously I just didn't know, and then I began to, know this world a little better with every passing day. That there were people who you looked up to and thought they were really up there in the sky, and then suddenly they're at arm's length and they're accessible to you, and it's just amazing. And fame teaches you so much. So, but I think my perception has pretty much. I think it's evolved. I won't say it's changed.
विद्या फिल्म स्टार बनना अपने आप में आपके लिए तो सबसे बड़ा बदलाव है आपकी जिंदगी का। इसके अलावा अगर पूरी लाइफ को देखा जाए तो और बड़ा बदलाव आपकी जिंदगी में आया है फिल्म स्टार बनने के अलावा कुछ वजह है?
फिल्म स्टार बनने के अलावा आई थिंक शादी, और लोग पूछते रहते हैं कि क्या बदला है, और मैं कहती हूँ कि मुझे नहीं पता क्या बदला है, पर कहीं ना कहीं कुछ बदलता है. एंड आई थिंक पहले तो लगता ही नहीं था कि मैं कभी शादी करूँगी. मैंने कभी ये सपने नहीं देखे थे. फिर मैं सिद्धार्थ से मिली और ये धारणा मेरी बदल गई. पर और मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि मैंने ऑफ कोर्स बहुत सक्सेसफुल शादियाँ देखी थी अपने इर्द गिर्द, फिर भी कभी मैं कैसे एक शादी में रहूँगी वो मुझे कभी मैं इमेजिन नहीं कर पाई थी. पर अभी एक्सपीरियंस है और आई थिंक आई एम फेयरिंग डिसेंटली एंड आई थिंक दैट्स अ ह्यूज चेंज समवेयर. आई डोंट थिंक वी रियलाइज दैट सो मच चेंजेस एट सम पॉइंट. that transition from being one person to becoming one unit, from being two people to becoming one unit is quite interesting.
Yeah, Vidya, can you share with us Durga Rani Singh, आपका जो
हाँ.
character है? What did you find fascinating when Sujoy approached?
That she's complicated. She's not what I thought she was at face value. And that's what excited me most about her. She's someone who almost seems invisible, or would rather want to be invisible. She doesn't want to interact with the world. She lives in her own world. हालांकि उसको पता है कि दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है, पर she's sharp and she's smart and all that, but she's just in a world of her own. And then a certain situation in her life challenges her to break out of her shell, and how she does, and it's so I would have never thought that a person like that could evolve into being the person that I become in the film. So that for me, that complication was very interesting. Hi.
आपको क्या लगता है कि सिनेमा जिस दौर पर आ खड़ा हुआ है कि हर मुद्दा बड़ा बन जाता है, या लोग इतने सेंसिटिव हो गए कि हर चीज़ को पर्सनली ले लेते हैं?
आई थिंक दोनों बातें हैं कि सिनेमा नहीं कहूँगी मैं, शायद मीडिया, क्योंकि इतनी सारी मीडिया है तो हर छोटी बात को हमारे सामने मीडिया ले आती है. उसके वजह से हम कोई भी बात छुपा नहीं पाते. और फिर therefore क्योंकि हर जगह यही बात हो रही होती है तो हर बात बड़ी लगने लगती है. तो दोनों ठीक है. But I think it's media, it's not so much cinema.
how this thing? Do you in the future want to do international TV shows also? Or
I'd love to do some TV series. I believe.
what is like a role that you would have loved to do? Like,
Anything in a Woody Allen film.
oh,
But I've also loved Narcos, Mad Men, and The Affair, and so many TV series. I'd love to do some such.
How much time do you spend watching these TV series and all? How much time do you manage to get?
I actually this year I've not had too much time, but otherwise I managed to get enough time to. I also sit up, and watch it. वो एक obsession हो जाता है कहानी में आगे क्या होता है जानने के लिए. Yeah, then you cancel appointments, you cancel meetings. अच्छा suddenly मुझे सिर, oh God, my manager is here. अब अगली बार जब मैं कहूँगी कि मेरे सिर में दर्द है, she won't believe me. Nobody will believe you.
हिंदी सीरियल आप देखते हो?
नहीं, कोई हिंदी सीरियल नहीं देखती. बिकॉज क्या नहीं होता ये है कि जो टीवी सीरीज है मैं अपने टाइम पे नेटफ्लिक्स पे या डीवीडी पे देख लेती हूँ, पर हिंदी सीरियल देख नहीं पाती.
So the moral of the story is you're a classic binge watcher. That's
Yeah,
what
I
you
am.
did.
I am absolutely.
All right, with that, I think we'll come to the end of this. Thank you so much, guys. You want to?
Vidya ma'am, you just said that routine bores you up. So, in the recent days, what adventurous, any adventurous thing that you have done?
I'm doing 20 interviews a day where I'm being asked the same questions, and I'm thinking of different ways to say the same thing. So I think that for me, after a while I begin to enjoy that madness, because otherwise you can, you have to sound enthusiastic in every interview, and unless you make it exciting for yourself, people are also not going to like to watch it, right? So I'm constantly thinking, अच्छा ये शब्द तो पहले इंटरव्यू में यूज़ कर लिया, अभी कैरेक्टर को और अलग किस तरह से मैं डिस्क्राइब कर सकती हूँ. That's the only adventurous thing at the moment.
Hi Vidya, you have been working with many of the co-stars. तो अब तक का आपसे सबसे complicated co-star कौन सा आएगा?
Complicated seems to be the word of the day.
वैसे भी मैं बहुत कम मेल एक्टर्स के साथ काम करती हूँ. अब तो ये अब बहुत फसाद हो गया. पर complicated
Was tough to understand or something like that.
Let's call it.
I think I will say this, that Sanjay Dutt is the easiest person to understand, and therefore he endears himself to you. आपको नींद आ रही है ना? मैं बोर कर रही हूँ आपको. He was like this. He was like this. He tried to look like he's not sleeping. पकड़ लिया. कोई बात नहीं. मेरे साथ भी होता है. नहीं, मेरे साथ तो कभी-कभी नरेशन के वक्त. Okay, let it be.
All are standing in the queues, no? 500, 1000.
Yeah.
That's why they're tired.
Outside every bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
there in the corner.
I'm sorry, I answered your question, no? Sanjay Dutt is the easiest to understand. He's far from complicated. Huh?
Yes.
You mentioned that you value yourself more after marriage. So could you please elaborate on that?
You know what? I think that when you're single, you can do what you want to. When you come back home, your space, is your own. You retreat into your shell. But when you're living with someone, so it's not necessarily marriage. I think maybe it could be in a live-in relationship also. When you have to share that me time with someone else, you begin to value it that much more. You begin to value what you want, because it's just, you begin to value yourself more, I think, in a relationship that's maybe healthy is a word, I don't know.
So are you like a very strict wife?
Oh no, not at all, my God. Why would I be strict? He's not a child. I've never understood when people say my wife is strict. I'm like, but you're not married your parent, that you're using the word strict for your wife.
True. I think with this, we'll come to the end. Thank you so much. Thank you.
One last question.
One last one. Yes.
If you get
She's got a lovely smile, you have to give it to her.
Thank you. If you've been casted for a biopic made on a Bollywood actress, which actress would that be?
I think Meena Kumari. I've been offered it in the past, but I couldn't do it at that time. It was immediately after the Dirty Picture. But I'd love to. Maybe.
Also mentioned
there's actually, I wish that happens someday, but the only thing is we need the correct permission so that we not just make the film, but it also gets released. So waiting on that. And MS Subbalakshmi. I'd love to play her.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all very much. Please watch Kahani 2 on the 2nd of December. Clever. इतनी more कर देंगे.
मैम सेंटर में मैम
एक मिनट लेफ्ट से देख के आ रही है.
मैम यो
Even you are supposed to move on.
मैम यो मैम वेट
यस मैम साहब एकदम साहब मैम यहाँ पर मैम साहब एकदम मैम यहाँ पर
मैम सेंटर लास्ट मैम सेंटर हाँ बस यहाँ पे लेफ्ट साइड
Yes, yes, absolutely.
1-to-1 किसका?
Okay guys, last.
I want to take a picture with my
Thank you guys.
society team.
Come fast.
Thank you so much.
मैम विद्या जी मैम लास्ट मैम
Come fast. Where are Ankita? Ankita, do you know Vidya?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Vidya. You can take all these copies.
Thank you. I will. Thank you. Chetan. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you everyone.
That's Payal. She's also in society. This is Vinay.
Hi.
Yes, boss.
क्या मैम चालू नहीं पड़ा कैमरा विद्या मैम